Deputy Project Coordinator within the COVID-19 Economic Support Secretariat, Chanel Andrews, says that they have received in excess of 3,000 applications for grant funding from small and micro-sized enterprises. The applicants can access up to $30,000 in grants offered by the government. She explains that so far over $2 million have been disbursed.
To date, we would have received in excess of 3,696 applications for the grant pro component only. We are still receiving applications. We had initially announced that our application process is opened until December 31st. So on a daily basis, we receive in excess of 50 in a range between 50 to 100 applications, both on our online and walk-in platforms. The first 3 weeks we spent receiving applications, processing, assessing, conducting field visits, and the actual paid off began the last week in October into the first week in November, and we're now at 2.4 million in just the grants alone, which comprise of 126 existing businesses and 47 new businesses, new startups.
Andrews says the majority of the disbursement went to the parish of St. George, followed by St. Andrew.
Because the parish of St. George's is a larger parish, the applicants in St. George's dominate. So the highest paid out would have been St. George's, and then we have St. Andrew's and St. David's second. And the other parishes such as Caracou, St. Mark's, St. John, St. Patrick's, we have had a low, I wouldn't say uptake, but we intend to do some more field work to go out into these parishes to assist persons in starting their businesses or coming up with a creative idea or even their existing business, aiding them in completing the forms, etc.
She notes that most of the businesses benefiting from the grant are in the field of agriculture.
The sectors that we have been disbursing to is mainly agriculture, would have taken up more than 50%, and that agriculture comprised of agro-processing, fishing, farming, animal husbandry, and as well as poultry industry. And of course we have other sectors as retail, tourism, restaurant and bars, service industry, creative industry, and ICT, which we also encourage. We would have seen applications and have approved applications in that sector thus far, and this data is what we would have disbursed thus far. We also have the unemployment benefit assistance program for persons who would have been laid off as a result of the pandemic and have not gained employment to date. To date, we would have received in excess of 1,000 applications for that program, and we continue to process.
The Deputy Project Coordinator says that they have also received a significant amount of applications under the unemployment assistance component, which aims to give some financial assistance to persons who lost their jobs due to COVID-19. For GBN News, I am Rena Thomas reporting.